Hello and welcome to the Penno channel for this match reaction to Aston Villa's massive win at Craven Cottage today against Fulham. I'm joined by my bro to go through it, but before we start, if you could like the stream, drop us a subscription if you're new around here, and also drop a comment on what we discuss within this pod and any other thoughts you have regarding Aston Villa. Bro, how you doing after that one? Mad result, massive victory. 3 points, man, much needed after last week against United. You mood all good? I'm feeling good for sure anyway with a drink in my hand. Is he there? That's the real question. Bro, are you there?
Oh, thank you for freezing, bro.
Yeah, you're back. Am I back? Am I back? Yo.
Yeah, I think it was you, bro. I think you were.
Yeah, am I back?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I back, bro? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I've been saying you've been back for like 10 minutes now, man. I said you've been back.
I couldn't hear that. I couldn't hear it at all, man. Oh, massive technical difficulties. Always the way with us, man. Always the way with the pod. But yeah, how you doing, bro?
But listen, yeah, I'm good, man. I said last week I'm not writing the season off a loss where we created chances and deserved to win. And boom, the players came back today and we got the job done against a Fulham side that create chances. So yeah, I'm happy, man. Spurs lost as well, so the league table is looking prettier today. Yeah, let's get into it, bro. What did you think of the starting lineup? What did you think?
Yeah, we'll get into a few comments here first. We'll get through. Deontay says won't be able to join. Deontay's always here with us, so appreciate that, Deontay. You but just wanted to say what a massive and deserved win for Villa on my birthday. Happy birthday, Deontay. You did say that to me on Twitter the other day. That is your birthday.
Happy birthday, Deontay.
And Spurs lost as well. Have a great show up the Villa. Cheers for that, and hope you're out celebrating and enjoying yourself on your birthday, man. But don't get too lit up. But yeah, enjoy. Michael's with us. Good evening, all. Thanks for joining, Michael. Yeah, let's get stuck into this. Oh, one more. Gary H, the Villa podcast best double pivot are back. Well, the one on the right's not got. He's not there. He's not in the squad at the minute. But yeah, thanks for joining, Gary H.
What was you about to say then? Doesn't have a knee. I
was not going to say that at all. You're making up things in your head. A few more jumping in. Paul Walford's coming. He says, "Hot." Go on.
Nah, I said I guess you're Louise if I'm Kamara, innit?
Yeah. You're saying? Now I'm looking Kamara-ish too as well with the hair. Paul says, "Hi Penny and Adam, how are you around of the team? And we'll get get fourth. Wolves did us a favour, plus Konza be back for Tottenham and Carlos back for Wolves. Watkins 18 goals now this season, mad." Paul, thanks for joining us, and we'll crack into this. Ethan's joined us as well. Thanks, Ethan, for joining us. He says, "I think we need to complain to the PGMOL." We'll get into that later on, but thanks for joining, Ethan. So yeah, bro, lineup. Well, it's what I thought we'd go for. The only thing I thought potentially was Tielemans not playing and Diaby starting, but apart from that, that's exactly the lineup I thought it was going to be. I just felt with the Chambers talk and stuff, I don't think Emery trusts him anymore. He doesn't have that faith in him, so I thought he'd play his two senior centre backs with no Diego, Carlos, and Konza, and that's what he went for. I mean, he tried it for like 10 minutes in the Conference League, so it was at a win, but he trusted them both, and yeah, I think they both played really well today. But yeah, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, when I seen that Power lineup drop, I thought, I bet you're thinking. See, I tried to tell Adam about Chambers ain't in the squad no more. Yeah. I was just thinking, I bet you saw that and you're like smug as anything. Just like I told him. But yeah, going off today. Now that I think about it, if Cash tucks into right centre back, Lenglet plays in the centre of the pitch anyway.
Middle, yeah.
So a lot of the times on the ball today, Lenglet was using his left foot because he still had both angles because he was in the middle of the pitch. So that worked out well for him. And I thought Lenglet low-key had as good as a game as Paul.
I thought Lenglet was class today. Considering he was playing, as you say, in the middle on the right, I thought he was quality today. Except for we'll go into the goal and whose responsibility that was, but I thought he was quality today.
Yeah, Lenglet had a better passing accuracy than Pau as well. Pau's fake shots and his cross-field passes to Cash were helping us get. the back of that door. But yeah, carry on. We'll get
Yeah, I
into
was
it.
just going to say, don't get it twisted with Powell. Since he came in, we looked so much more composed as a team and so much better understanding of that as a team when Powell's playing. And he just has that bit more reassurance. I thought his long passing as well, the floaters he was playing over the top and some of the angles he was finding were quality. But I thought Lenglet was just as good today as well. But it does feel different when Powell's in the side. He has that bit more calm. You can see him orchestrating everyone, pointing to where people need to be, the positioning. I'm sure Moreno hasn't been told that much in a day of where he needs to be coming close or going to the byline. Yeah, we've really missed Pau Torres, man.
And this is what I say, like when people talk about leadership, it's not always just like the strength and the energy and getting the lads behind the team and that. It's about your quality on the ball. Pau leads Villa through his quality on the ball, through his ability to keep the ball and get us up the pitch. It's almost like how Jack used to lead through his quality on the pitch. That's a different type of leadership. So for me, Pau's just as much of a leader as Mings or as a McGinn, because he uses his quality to improve the other players as well and get us into better positions.
Yeah.
So there's different types of leadership for me.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, yeah, starts off madness, really. We go up within 2 minutes. Ollie Watkins scores. I think he was just getting the cobwebs off with that one. He was showing everyone that he was on it today, and his finishing
was that 2 minutes?
I think it was 2 minutes into the game. Yeah, I think it was that early. It was the first five anyway. Yeah, it was really early within the game. Yeah, thoughts on that? Because I thought if you exclude that and the Tim Ream offside goal, which we'll get onto as well, I thought the first opening stages were quite even, and then we started to play into the game a bit more. But yeah, how did you find the first 15 getting into the game before going further?
Yeah, so it's interesting about our setup. 4-4-2 off the ball. McGinn sat deeper with Tielemans pressing in the front two as well, which we did expect to see. Villa's lineup on Twitter made it look like Tielemans will be in the pivot, but Emery's smart. Emery doesn't want Tielemans in the centre. He wants him high up the pitch as possible, because if he does lose the ball, then it's less impactful on where our teams are. So yeah, Tielemans pressing in the two. On the ball, Cash right centre back, Lenglet central centre back, Powell left centre back with Moreno bombing forward. McGinn receiving in the centre bit. He was getting me a bit nervous today, I can't lie. I thought in like the first 20-25 minutes he lost the ball in dangerous positions, and I think he's just uncomfortable receiving sometimes when that deep and when he's getting pressed by their midfielders. So that was just getting used to. I think he improved throughout the game. But yeah, I thought Ramsey's carrying looked better today in the first 20 minutes. I thought just our general football looked decent.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I thought it was really even at the start. I thought Fulham were trying to expose us on our right hand side with Cash, and Cash was standing up quite well. Some of the balls weren't great, but Cash was, Anthony Robinson, he's got pace on that left hand side. So, and there were a lot overloading with three on that side. You could see Tom Kearney, William were all getting in that area, and Robinson on Cash, and I thought he dealt with that really well early on, because that was their game plan.
They were getting in behind, weren't they? They were looking for that ball in the middle.
They were looking for that diagonal. I think a lot of teams try and look for that diagonal now, since United had such success with it at Old Trafford. But yeah, that's how they came to play. But I thought we coped with it really well, and we looked threatening again on transition. From defensive transitions, we looked so threatening. And yeah, we'll get into how the goals come. But yeah, the big thing I take from our first goal is, I'm sure when I'm younger, I always remember like people, like coaches saying and stuff like that, never throw the ball across your box. Never throw the ball across your box. You should go in line there. We're thankful for it, but I couldn't believe what Robinson's done for that throw to try and play it to William.
He looked like a foul for it anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, he looked like his leg, the way he positioned it through it. But he's tried to lob it like it must be 20 yards across the pitch, and it's so instinctive by Ramsey to catch. Like Williams coming back, but Ramsey's on his toes for it. Kind of puts in a good challenge on Willian and pokes the ball to Ollie. And Ollie's finish and turn, it's just top tier striker play. He's kind of shielded the ball away from, I think he said Tim Ream, and just turned him and put it bottom corner past Leonard. And from the first shot he's had from offside, he was on it. He just felt like he was on it, and he was going to bag today. And it's a great finish, bottom corner.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the game now. It felt like we'd had like half chances on transition before that. So I was just really grateful the way that goal came, because I thought, oh, you don't want to go into the half having not scored. And our transitions count. So yeah, fortunate for Villa, I won't lie, but I'll take it. Ramsey does well initially, lays the ball off, and Watkins does well because he almost does like a kind of dummy to like create separation, and then he doesn't actually look up at the goal. Like, he knows where the goal is, he knows where Leno is, he knows where the corner. And again, I just think because Watkins, he doesn't look, let's say, aesthetic quote marks when he's doing he's play as a striker, that people just underrate him still. But in terms of functionality and getting the job done, bro, he's just always there, and he's always going to get a chance. And honestly, I just love this striker.
It's class.
And we're gonna get into it later, innit? But I'm gonna drop this now. For me,
no. We'll say later because that was a mad text you sent. Yeah, that was a mad text you sent after the game. Like, okay, but we'll get into that because I'm gonna bring that up.
Great finish, and 1-0, boom, and you start to almost kind of relax yourself. You know, Villa's record going 1-0 up, it's quite decent. You know, Fulham are gonna have to start attacking us more. So yeah, I was really, really happy with it.
Yeah, so take the lead, and we have that fantastic record this season. We've only dropped 3 points when we've taken the lead this season. So once we get the lead, majority of the time we win the game. So
is it still
great to get the lead?
Yeah,
3 points, which is insane record. Let's say it in the game. So yeah, we go 1-0 up, and I think Pereira has a wild shot in the midst of before Low-Socks Bailey again. He is on smoke this season, and there's at least 1 or 2 times a game where he does something ridiculous, and he's done it again today. He's absolutely spun Anthony Robinson out of his boots and just smacked a shot 25 yards from the corner of the box and just hit the bar with it, and it's like out of nothing. This Leon Bailey is no joke now. He's flying. Like, he's mad.
This one was crazy because like the footwork almost fooled me, because it looked like he'd lost possession, and he brings it back. He almost like brings it around. Was it Robinson that he was 1v1 against?
Yeah, Robinson. Robinson's quick and agile.
Yeah, I did see some people say that Bailey should have passed, but you see the chance in the end. It's not a bad effort. It's unlucky, but yeah, we were getting a lot of pleasure on transitions today. Like we were hitting them for like 4v3 overloads, and in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I really hope that we don't regret not taking some of these chances. Yeah, I thought Bailey first half looked sharp. Second half, I think he drifted a bit. We'll get onto that later. But first half, he looked sharp, man.
Yeah, we were finding that space in between there. I thought Watkins was giving Diop and Tim Ream trouble throughout the game, but especially in the first half at times. So yeah, we were finding that space in between their line. I think Paulinho wasn't playing his best game first half, especially, and you know, he has the most tackles within the league this year, but he wasn't getting close to our front 4 players in that space in between. And we were transitioning so well. We had so many. Maybe we didn't get a shot off, but we had so many opportunities to get into good areas from that. And I think the back 4 was quite influential within that, especially the 2 centre backs as well, because they're passing in through the lines and over the top or down the line was really good, and it was on point, and we kept it ticking really well in that first half.
Just to get some first half stats, we had total shots 8 total shots compared to their 6, 2 shots on target compared to their 1, more corners, and they had more ball possession. But in terms of XG, 1.11 XG for Villa, 0.37 for them.
That's how it felt.
Yeah, game of transition.
Yeah, it did. It felt like that they were having pot shots. They didn't really. I mean, Muniz was being a nuisance up top. He was being a right nuisance, to be fair. They were trying to get into area. Bobby Reed loved the dive today. Jesus, first half.
Awesome.
He was loving the dive. The first one was a madness. It's like a swanton bomb. Do you remember that? Jeff Hardy. It was mad.
They were finding
back in the day.
They were finding Muniz through the right hand side. They were playing that lofted pass like over, and a couple of times he was getting onto it. A couple of times Emmy was getting there, but he moved me a little bit today. Muniz, he's
played well. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
it's a handful.
He had that Lyle Foster vibe when we played Burnley, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like running the channels, getting to space, using his strength. He did okay today for sure. But yeah, you're right. When we pushed Moreno forward, they were playing that ball into that space because we were playing Moreno so high in between Powell and Lenglet and on that left-hand channel as well. So they did. But again, Emi sweeping was top tier today. Especially when he had to come out of his box, he was sweeping the ball up really well and claiming anything except when we get to the goal that was coming just within his box as well. But yeah, they were really trying to expose that, but we did play it well.
Speaking of Moreno, I guess that's the perfect segue into Villa getting robbed.
Firstly, bro, what I was just want to say, how were you feeling when Watkins went down? Because my heart dropped for a split second. I thought he was done.
He started hitting his knee down like Kamara was doing on the sideline the other day. I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Watkins, another thing Watkins is underrated for his availability. You get me? Like, this is a player that just always shows out. So came on like it was nothing, came back on.
And then whose big foot stepped on his toe? Who was that? Someone that stepped on his toe. It might have been Diop or Ream, one of them, from a challenge as well. He kind of hit his shin and then someone stepped on his toe as well. I was just like, this guy goes for brick walls, man. But yeah, we'll get to the goal then. You can go through it, bro. Let me know your thoughts first.
Okay, so it's another good set piece routine from Villa. Luiz targets Watkins. Watkins gets the flick on. Moreno was initially on the goalkeeper, was it? He was on the goalkeeper, wasn't it? And he's ran to come back onside.
Yeah, come back onside, to play them.
Ideally sprints back just a tiny bit quicker. However, okay, I'm watching this game, and when the VAR are going through their process, to me, Moreno looks onside. Now, I'm not even like a tinfoil hat. I'm not even a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist like VAR. But bro, this one felt like a Spurs Liverpool. Then you look where they draw the line from Moreno, bro. It's not even like I'm not complaining about like the lines and how they look, because people say they look wonky, but no, it's perpendicular to
it's the positioning where they put them. Yeah.
It's the placement of the.
Even Tim Ream's back foot doesn't look like his back foot. Bro, it looks like it's in his foot. His foot. It looks mad. It looks mad.
The placement of the dotted line coming from Moreno does not match.
It's on the blue line. It's not on the red.
So here's what people are saying.
It stinks, man.
So I think they've drawn it from Moreno. This is the confusing part, because there's an argument saying Bailey's interfering and Bailey's offside. His foot's offside.
Yeah, facts.
So let me finish. Yeah, people are saying Bailey's interfering and because his foot's offside, and they're trying to argue that Tim Ream is the reason he's back is because Bailey's pushing him back and playing Moreno on. If that was the case, why are they drawing the line from Moreno?
On his arm? Yeah, it's on.
I don't think they've judged Bailey to be interfering there. I genuinely think they're just saying Moreno's offside, and he's not, man. Like, I'm not even trying to be biased. He's not offside. Like, his back foot from Ream is playing his ass cheeks onside.
So
like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, I actually couldn't believe it when I saw the lines being drawn. Initially, I thought, you know what, this is onside. Like, this is actually onside.
Yeah, like Bailey's trying to shuffle on Ream, and he ain't even pushed him that far forward. Moreno's got back in time there. He looks so onside, and it's like, bro, it's just mad. The Prem's mad for it, and VAR and the PJMOL, and it's the competence of the people using it. It's not the system, obviously. But then when you see that and the people using it, you just think, why is the SA semi-automatic not in the Prem?
And the thing is with me, I'm actually one of them. Sorry, carry on.
Now, go on, bro. Go on.
I'm actually one of them people that don't even get onto VAR too much, because I think a lot of the decisions to get right just go unnoticed because it's become normalised, isn't it? And you only remember the ones that get wrong. So I think there's a bias there.
Yeah.
But bro, this one's getting to me. It's
offside. What I don't like about VAR is that there's a semi-automated offside system that is used in the Champions League, Serie A, and was used in the last World Cup. But the Premier League didn't decide to use it for reason, I think it's because it costs too much money. It's a lot of money.
That's BS. Yeah, that's got to happen.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good if you're trying to be the best league in the world, if that's your excuse. So why that isn't in when we've seen how great it's worked at the World Cup, No
Yeah,
one was
facts.
complaining about offside. No one's talking about it. Champions League. I don't hear offsides being challenged or anything like that because you get shown on the screen after how the offside was and what section of the line or the body parts. So it's like multiple body parts or whatever. So why that isn't in the Premier League and we're still leaving it to officials sat in a room across the other part of the country drawing a line is shocking. Like it don't make no sense. You were still relying on the naked eye instead of using the technology that's there because they can't afford it or it's too expensive. It's a joke, man. Offside
I
should
think
not be left to human error. We have the systems in place in football. Don't make no sense.
yeah, facts. I agree, and I think Villa should challenge it, even though we won anyway. I think it's important like we just get some kind of clarification of what they're judging there, because if they're saying Moreno is the one offside, then it don't make sense to me, man. Genuinely,
It
don't
don't
make
make
sense.
sense.
He's
It don't make
onside,
sense.
bro. If they're gonna try and say Bailey is the one interfering, then my question will be, why aren't you drawing the lines from Bailey? Because if Moreno is
Yeah, they've called.
onside,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly what you're saying. They've called it offside for Moreno. But if
yeah.
Moreno's not involved, then you're saying Bailey's the reason the goal gets disallowed. Draw the lines from Bailey. Moreno's a non-factor. It doesn't matter.
Mm. Yeah,
They
bro,
drew the
it was mad.
diagonal line from Moreno.
The
It's
line
like
looked,
from
it
shoulder.
just all looked mad
It's
because
from
it
the
was
shoulder, but
overlapping.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
and it's
Listen,
like this, and it's like this. Like he's got they put it like there.
and
It's
it's a good header as well.
overlapping. Yeah, it's a finish. It's a great finish from Moreno. Gets into those positions really well. And we've seen him. He scored a few headers this year, I think. Well, Brentford was a header, wasn't it? But yeah, he can head the ball really well, and he's
And
getting into those positions. So yeah, it was
this
would have been a
is
great goal. I know you'd
this
have
is
been screwing over with fantasy, but I know you
yeah.
would have
This
been
is
screwing.
I ain't even listen. I ain't even gonna say what I'm gonna say because I ain't even gonna say what I'm gonna say now. But I'm just happy with one now. Looking back, and I can just think now that we've actually won. I can just think certain things now. But I ain't gonna
Yeah.
let them know how much of an FPL addict I am. But bro, another thing on Moreno. I know people will feel like I shit on Dean a lot in this podcast, but for me, Luca Dean just does not get into those positions to score. When can you really remember from a set piece? Whereas Moreno now, he's had Legia, he's had Brentford, he's had Sheffield United away, he's had the offside goal against Everton, and he's had another offside goal today. Like, bro, he keeps showing up and he's getting unlucky. He's getting unlucky now.
Yeah.
Getting unlucky now. That's potentially 5 goals Moreno could have had since coming back from injury. He's still
It's
our
mad.
starting left back for me. He's still our starting left back for me. Especially if you got Cash tucking in as well. And you got Powell and Lenglet. You need someone going forward and linking up with Ramsey.
He had the opportunity to play with Pal. It's coming, I think, like for the second time or something like that, or potentially it was a third because they played in the Europa Conference League for like 20 minutes or something like that. So yeah,
did he play that game?
finally,
How against Leicester at home? Did he play that game?
did he come on that game? I think he might have come on for a bit. He did, because that's when we played Lenglet and him together and Pal together for 10 minutes. But then Moreno might have been off. So yeah, I don't think
That was
he did
PS. That was PS. That was PSV, bro. Not PSV. What
Alkmaar.
Alkmaar, yeah,
Alkmaar.
Alkmaar.
Yeah, you might be right there, bro. Yeah, I think you are right.
So
yeah,
the 2 games,
the second time.
the 2 games Moreno's played with Powell, Brentford away, win. Fulham away, win.
Today, yeah.
It'd
be interesting to see. It's nice to have options, man. It's nice to have options. But I want to get to this big chance because after that and all the shenanigans, we have another massive chance to go 2-0 up in the first half. And Yuri, he was trying to get on the end of that, man. He was flying. He was giving it his all to try and get on the end of that on that transition, man. He was putting all his effort. When they showed the angle of him from the front, he was out of breath. He was knackered running onto it. And he should score. He should score, shouldn't he?
He reds up easily, Tillemans, and he's got that soft tissue. He reds up. Like you can tell when Tillemans
he was shaking to get there. He was shaking to keep up with Watkins, but he did. The transition was great again. We kind of had like a 2v1 situation. Watkins times the pass perfectly, and yeah, you just want a cuter finish from Tielemans there. Leno's made a good save. He stuck his leg out, but if you don't, you've seen Darwin Núñez's finish against Brentford, the dinky. It's the kind of position where you look to dink it, but it's a good save. But Tielemans' quality, we've seen him 1-on-1 or close at goal score against Alkmaar. Is a good finisher. I think, and player of his quality, should be scoring that one. But overall, the first half was really good. Very good performance. I thought we played really well that first half and was happy to go in the lead, but as I said, we could have gone in one or two more.
Did Fulham have any chances we haven't spoke about? I don't know. I
They
know
had
they
the
had the
Tim Ream
offside.
offside
That was
goal, which was
offside.
offside. Yeah, that was offside. Not really. They were having like pot shots. There wasn't anything too challenging. I think they had a
They
high
had a
header
couple of shots outside.
direct header at me as well. Yeah, which was a
Yeah.
comfortable save. They were getting the ball into the box, but we were dealing with it quite well. Yeah, we'll get to the comments because there was quite a few. Gary says we are back to winning ways, but wasn't really worried as we play really well against United. We did. That was a big thing for me as well. The performance was really good against United.
Do you think we played better against United than today?
No, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Paul says, and we dying double over Fulham. Yeah, huge win because our head-to-head against Fulham. Fulham have won more games against us. I think it's 9-8 now. It's mad, and then like 4 draws. But
their record against us
yeah,
at home was very, very decent.
very good. Yeah, very good. That's a huge win. And we were discussing last time. I think you brought it up about games last season that we won, we lost. So United last year we lost. We won and lost this season. Well, Fulham we lost last year and we've won, so we kind of made the 3 points back. So if you look at it that way, but yeah, so that was massive win today. Rich says, "Hey guys, I'm buzzing after that performance today." Yes, so are we, Rich. Thanks for joining us. Paul says 86 passes for Torres, most in our team today. He's key. He's massive, and you see that today. And Paul says, "Stats for you. Don't think Villa have lost the game with Torres this season?" That the massive. I think starting potentially because he came in against Newcastle and we lost that. But starting,
Forest.
that might be the case.
Forest.
Oh, Forest, yeah, Forest. Guy H says the far decision with Moreno was horrendous today, and these mugs need to be sacked. They lined up the lines on Bailey instead of Moreno. That's what it looked like. It kind of looked like that as well, even though they drew the line going down from Moreno, and that it looked like that was on the blue line. So it looked on. Yeah, it was mad. I just don't know why they're still using humans to do VAR when it's semi-automated technology. Well, yeah. Gary H says Powell was sorely missed and was brilliant. Agree. Paul says we had a goal ruled offside, but it was defo onside. Michael says not seen the game yet, but I want to say from now until the end of the season, every single one of us must give everything to get us over the line, despite losing or drawing. We must never give up. I agree, mate. I was feeling in the dumps a bit regarding in the midweek, like expectations and stuff like that. It was after the injuries and then the Carlos one. It was like, let's just see what the team can do, man. And today they did what they could do, and they got the 3 points, and they played well doing that. Gary says every player played really well today, even Cash. Yeah, I thought Cash was decent today as well. And Michael says hit the like call. Yeah, thanks, Michael. And yeah, if you could all hit the like button as well and subscribe if you're new, we'd really appreciate that. Paul said, guys, Bailey deserved a goal, hit the bar. Yeah, that was unreal from Bailey. And he has one of those every game. Every game he has a moment, which is just a joke. And you're like, did you just do that? Yeah, Michael says low socks Bailey or beach Bailey. Keep it low socks till summer, and then beach Bailey comes out just before summertime. In that towards the end of the running, late April, early May. Paul says Leon Bailey loves the Villa. He's like a hero, real hero here. Facts, and he's been one of our players of the season. He's right up there for it. Gary says if we can win next 2 before we play Spurs at home, we can be 4 or 5 points clear of them. Massive result. The Dogheads getting the victory today as well. That was a massive result for us as well in our favour. So yeah, Mark says Bailey is a true inspiration and well on his way to being an icon. Agree. And Mark says it's an Olympic year. Some players are doing everything to get in their diving team. Yeah, Bobby. Bailey needs to have a word with Bobby. Needs to have a word with him because he was moving mad that first half. Some of the diving he was doing. Bailey looks more like the 50 million winger. Diaby looks like a 50 player at the moment. Yeah, but I remember hearing people saying the same about Bailey, man. Just time. Like I said, they should not be getting VAR wrong. I agree, but it's human error, and unless they're doing it on purpose, it's human error, isn't it? And when there's systems that are there that don't require human error, or they have minuscule error because it's not humans operating it, it's just semi-automated AIs using it. And I don't know why that's not in place. And Michael said, how much does it cost? I'm not aware. I do remember reading an article regarding it. I'm not sure how much it was. I remember when they dismissed the proposal, didn't they? That was made, bro. regarding the technology being used for offsides. Gary says Villa have been on the wrong end of VAR decisions more than anyone else. Fact. Is that true, bro?
No, but VAR's been quite good to us this season, I think. I think Liverpool it was just said or something.
Paul, you should have 2 challenges each for offside. I hear that. I do hear that. But then I know he flagged for it and challenge. Like, how would the challenge work with VAR? Because the VAR is kind of like the definitive, isn't it? Like, you'd use the offside to make the challenge for the VAR. So I don't know how that would work. Guy said, although the injuries are mounting off, we have been lucky that injured players have come back just in time to replace the new injuries.
That's how it feels. Sure. That's how it feels, man.
For sure. We have positivity, man. It's a massive boost today that power's available for sure after the week we've had regarding injuries. Gary says we have beaten every London team so far this season, I believe. Yeah, the facts we have. We've won it. I think it's 9 now. 9 or 10 after today. Yeah, we have. I think it was 10 games or something like 10 wins against London teams this season, which is massive. Gary said he's barely better than Grealish now. Not yet.
No.
Not yet, but he's not far off. He's not far off.
Nah, he is.
Paul said, bro, if he gets the Champions League football playing like this, it's a madness. The conversations need to be had.
No one's touching Grealish still yet for me.
Paul said, and Man U have an 8 points difference. Yeah, you got to hope Luton can pull one out. Kenilworth Road. You said Kenilworth Road, isn't it? Or was it Old Trafford?
Yeah, Kenilworth. We got them coming up soon. We got them coming up soon as well.
Yeah, trust me, that is going to be. Kenilworth Road just seems like Power League to me, man. It's real tight. You're on top of the fans, man. You might as well be in the cage. Well, it's all.
No, that's what it's got. It's mad because the framing of that season, like you think Luton away, you think that's like a walk in the park. But like as the season goes on, man, softer. It's one of them stadiums where it just depends how Luton turn up. Like they'll lose to a Sheffield United at home, but then they'll like take Liverpool to the distance and just about lose to Arsenal. It's just one of them stadiums. We just need to catch them on a bad day or something like that.
Yeah, facts. Big up Ravi for joining. He's a Liverpool fan, so big up for joining. He says, big up lads. He goes, Chris, how do you stop Spurs from sneaking back into the top 4? We'll try, man. We'll try for sure.
Try. We're trying.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it all the way, man. So yeah. That was a massive reach.
That was a reflex action. Watching too much Cameron.
Oh god. Gary says, could do with Luton beating United. Yeah, that would be huge if we went back to 8 points tomorrow. That would be massive. Ravi says you just hope Spurs have more days like today. Yeah, Spurs statistically, we've had the results have been getting. They're not matching, and they were due a day like that for sure. And Wolves are
Vicario's been carrying on, man. They give up a lot of chances in games, man.
With the style of play, and they tire. They do tire, and after a certain number of games. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. But yeah, after the first half, I felt like we should have been 2-3 up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you felt the same. But yeah, we're going to the second half, bro, and again, the start second halves, man, the first 5-10, it just seems like we let teams just come straight back into games, and it felt like it was all Fulham. It felt like
let me speak correctly on the substitutions they made, because it felt like the subs they made straight away made an impact. Sorry about this. I don't know if you want to read some comments on that.
No, carry on. Yeah, we'll get to comments after.
Okay, so the subs they made were so I spoke about Iwobi coming back from Nigeria. He'd had some like abuse online, and so I wasn't sure if he was going to start today, if he was in like the right mental state. So, but he's come half time for Willian, he's normally their main guy, but Willian got taken off. And bro, the first 10 minutes, it just felt like Fulham were just all over us, and it felt like Villa had lost the ability to play football. Our passing wasn't there, our tempo wasn't there, the positions we were taking up on the pitch weren't there. And Fulham were getting into our box a lot easier. I think Marco Silva definitely said something to them at halftime, because they created some, I wouldn't say chances, but just like danger. It's danger.
Yeah, still they were struggling in the final third still, but they were getting into situations that could cause us problems, and they were having a lot more of the ball in the second half for sure. And it got to we were starting to get lethargic on the ball again. You know, the touch was going. Watkins was struggling to hold it up for that start. Tielemans was loose on the ball.
Tielemans,
Ramsey's
bro.
touches were going. Bro, I'm going to get onto Tielemans for the second, but because he's like someone who's injured currently, and they have a lot of similarities in that sense. But yeah, loose on the ball as well. McGinn was. We looked lethargic and we came out again. There's something with the first 10 minutes of second half. So just, I mean, we conceded to Chelsea, we conceded to Newcastle. To be fair, against United, it wasn't too bad, but then again, we just didn't look straight at it. So yeah, they had a few half chances. Munoz again was getting in between Power and Lenglet as well. They obviously made the change. They took off Willian. As you said, they brought on Iwobi to get more of an influence in the game. And yeah, until the second, it felt like it was Fulham. But talk to me about that second goal, bro, because that second goal was mad.
This felt like Unai Emery ball. You play it around the back, you wait for Fulham to try press, you move them about the pitch, and then you create the space centrally with the box midfield. And I can't remember beforehand how we got it there, but Tielemans finds himself in acres of space centrally.
I think we kept the ball. We kept the ball for about 20 odd passes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We were baiting the press, like we were moving Fulham about, and we were trying to create that chaos that Emery likes. He likes to move the opposition shape and get them in vulnerable scenarios. So was it Louise that played the pass to Tielemans? But either way, Tielemans found himself in acres of space, and you could literally see Watkins make the run before it's happened. It's one of the moments where you know a big chance is coming before.
Yeah, I want to get onto. No, carry on. I want to get onto that.
Though, sorry. Yeah, it's one of them. Like you can see the chances coming before it even happens, and Tielemans plays the perfect pass, and bro, Watkins licked this shot, man. People say Watkins doesn't have like that power, or like he doesn't hit it, but he licked. And this is against Leno. To beat Leno from that distance, like you gotta be
a serious shot stopper. Yeah, facts. I want to. If you watch the goal back, or anyone who's watched the goal back, watch Watkins drop off Diop and spin him in that move, because McGinn plays the ball into Tielemans. No, McGinn's on the ball and Watkins drops to come receive it, and Diop kind of follows him. But then McGinn plays into Tielemans, and Watkins spins Diop like he must create like 2 yards separation on him on the turn, gets into the space, and Tielemans plays a great pass, and he just licks it, and Tim Ream can't get across. But yeah, when you watch goal back, watch how he spins Diop, because he leaves him like stuck in his studs, man. He's mad. Proper spins him. He's nuts. But yeah, Yuri Tielemans and Emi Buendia, what I feel like they have in common is they can have a number of times trying to play that killer pass and, you know, get knocked off the ball easy at times, but they have that one time where they can play the proper through ball and they make it. And that's what Yuri Tielemans did there. The quality he showed in that pass was sublime, and the pace on the ball as well. Watkins, he didn't even have to take a touch, he just had to lick it. That was it. And that's what he did. So yeah, I thought that was a great ball by Tielemans. But yeah, the actual spin, the way Watkins spins Diop to get into space is nuts as well. Great goal, unreal goal. And yeah, so how you feeling after that, bro? 2-0, you feel like that's it, game done, game set and match?
Content, because I was nervous that first 10 minutes of the second half. I thought, okay, is this really what we're gonna do? And the moment I thought we stopped playing football, we did that move, and we just created a bit of distance from ourselves. And boy, Oliver George Arthur Watkins, man, I'm running out of shit to say. I'll be honest, I'm running out today. I don't know what it was about today, but you know how much I love Watkins, anyways, isn't it? Like, you know how much I rate Watkins, but today, something about today just made me think, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this guy is my striker. He's serious, bro. He's serious. To get a brace in a game where the club, the fans are kind of feeling uneasy. We've had bad news of injury. Fulham ain't an easy place to go and win a game of football. For him to come up clutch, man, and just get 2 goals today, special. I'm gonna remember this performance for a while. I think I enjoyed this one more than the Sheffield United one.
Facts. And 2023 in the Premier League, non-penalties, the joint top goal scorer, joint top assist as well. So that's player of the season form. That is player of the season form.
Ollie Watkins score goals, man. Like he just never scores goals. Like
Innit?
why don't Villa
Innit?
have an elite striker, man? Then we need
It's not
someone. We need a
clinical.
goal scorer, man. We need a goal scorer. We need a. Well, if after this season, if he carries on, I don't want to hear any of that talk.
Bro, last
Sorry.
4 seasons, I think it's stats Muse, isn't it? They started doing Premier League. Last 4 seasons, plus 75 GA. It's Kane, Salah, Son, Watkins. That's top 4. So he's serious. He's serious. Like, a ridiculous player. And you sent me a text after full time, and let the audience know what that text was.
Yeah, I'm happy to say this now. I grew up watching both players. The initial player had a massive impact on me. I appreciate the conditions he was in weren't the best, but by the end of this season, for me, I'm ready. I'm already there, to be honest. But I'm ready.
You said it today. You said it today. You're there.
I'm ready to say Watkins went over Benteke today for me.
Watkins great, better than Benteke.
In terms of the goals, the assists he's providing now, the consistency in the performance, and if he leads us to Champions League as well, like it's cemented for me. But I'm happy. I'm happy to say it today. There's a lot of nostalgia involved in Benteke. I get that. And Benteke's goal scoring record, we can never debate. Like it's unreal. He's still one of the highest per game in it. But I'm ready. I'm ready to say it, man. Like Watkins is just special. How he's moving.
Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, people watching, your thoughts.
People will definitely. I hear the counter arguments already saying, "Oh, come on, man, Watkins ain't a better footballer than Benteke. Like he ain't as good to watch." And I'll agree that Benteke looks smoother on the mud.
We're in the mud. We
could the goals, assists. What my question will be to people: What else does Watkins have to do for you?
I hear that as well. I hear that it's close. It's close. It is close for sure. And it'd be hard to say because Benteke will never play in a better team than. But it's gone. It's the past, so you can't say nothing. So you have to just judge Ollie now. But yeah, I hear it. I do hear it. But the way he texts me in caps like Watkins is better than Benteke. So
that was adrenaline.
He's really feeling it. He's really meaning it. Michael says he agrees. So there's one in there.
Listen, Michael, with a silent majority. Listen, silent majority, mate. Silent majority. There's people out there that know it to be true.
Majority, yeah.
Silent majority, bro.
Silent majority.
I love Benteke. I don't want to disrespect Benteke, but if you look at Watkins, if he gets close to a 2020 season of goals and assists in the league, only done by Henry and Kevin De Bruyne, by the way. What's he on now? Let me make sure I'm getting this correct.
13 and 10. He's on 13 and 10.
13 goals, 10 assists. He needs 7 goals and 10 assists to do an accomplishment that only 2 players have ever done in the Prem. And he leads us to the Champions League. Bro, listen, Bon Benteke, bro. Let me go and grab Dwight York out some other players as well.
We got some people watch us. Yeah, that's another serious conversation. That's serious.
Let me start. Well, I'm not gonna put too much, but bro. I think he could have had another assist today as well to Lemons as well. But
we got some comments in here. I'm gonna go through the comments and then go to the latter ones because there's some good ones as well. Ravi says, question, thoughts on the way Unai has got the team to attack. Revitalise us, to be honest. Our XG numbers are right up there. We struggled over the years to create chances, and now we create a bundle of chances. Really flying an XG against other teams as well. Our XG numbers in matches, we usually finish above teams, and chances created, goal scores. Our goal difference, plus 19 now. I can't remember the last time we've had plus 19 goal difference at this stage in the season in the Prem. Can you?
Let me just go up the league table.
He's really transformed us attacking wise.
Plus 19, plus 19.
Yeah, it really transformed us attacking wise. And I'm not sure. I think we're close to over or underperforming it. It's not far off either way. So it's actually what we should be getting. So yeah, he's transformed our attacking because our numbers never used to be that high.
United.
Yeah.
Well, you got Villa plus 19. Villa plus 19, Spurs plus 14, Newcastle plus 12, and then in between Spurs and Newcastle, you got United 0 goal difference. 0.
Come on, Luton, man. Gary says Fulham didn't really have a threat today. I thought they were threatening at times. I thought they caused us problems at times, but we dealt with it really well between the back two and Emmy, and also Cash. I thought Cash and Moreno played well as well. But I think Muniz was a handful at times up top. And Michael says, to be fair, teams in the Prem of quality, when they show their quality, we have to be ready to deal with it. Facts, and I think we did that today, especially when they got there first. After that, I thought we coped with it well, because I imagined an onslaught coming on, and there was bits, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Paul said, I reckon Villa had some burgers at half time. Now they looked caught out for the first 10 minutes. Yeah, they did sluggish, right? Like they just had a massive munch. Paul says Watkins will get 30 plus goals now. I think he's on 18 in all comps now. So 12 more to go. It's very realistic. Very realistic. Gary says we should get at least fifth because we beat the teams we should beat and our rivals don't. Yeah, Gary, that's huge as well. I think a lot when teams are in title runs, they afford to draw against teams chasing them or by them. They just look to beat everyone else. And if we continue to do that and pick them points up, we might not even get to the point where it matters with results against Spurs. And, even we like losing twice to United because we're winning in other aspects as well against other teams. So, yeah, I hear that. And, yeah, Marcus does agree. Watkins is class. I always say he's like a fine wine which gets better with age. He's quality. He's a joker striker. He's the top. I think he's top 3 in the league. I think you can't say that strikers. He's top 3. There's not a debate in the Premier League for me. Gary said, "Wish Watkins wasn't wasteful." Try saying that after a few points. Yeah, it's not easy. Aurelio says Benteke should have gone to Chelsea. Solid replacement for Drogba at the time. Yeah, I could have seen that at the time.
Benteke was unlucky with the Liverpool move, in my opinion, because he signed by Rodgers. He suited Rodgers' style of play, and then Rodgers gets sacked, and Liverpool bring in the worst manager for Benteke's style of play, Jurgen Klopp. Like, he didn't want Benteke's profile, so he's just unlucky, I thought, the move.
Yeah. He did everything. He got rid of him quick, didn't he? And like it was Sturridge and then Suarez. Well, not even Suarez. Sorry, it was Sturridge. At the time, was it Sturridge, Benteke, Suarez? Was he part of that Benteke?
I don't think
did he come in just after that?
Yeah,
I know. But Klopp managed Sturridge the first season, didn't he?
I think so.
I don't know if Benteke was still there as in that front line as well, and he kind of got outcast a bit. Yeah, until he started getting like.
Anyways, do you want to?
Mane, Firmino.
I just realised my Benteke Watkins kind of got us. I forgot we didn't chat about the rest of the game.
Paul goes quick on. Guys, question: how many more goals will Villa score in the next 13? I'm gonna go. So 2 a game's 26. You get 2 a game. Yeah, I'm gonna go 26. What do you think?
I'll just say 27, just to be a waste, man. Just get.
And Gary says Benteke was only good at Villa. Weird, really. Yeah, but Benteke was. I think the injuries did hamper him a bit, but he still showed signs of brilliance. I mean, he kind of went downhill since when Martin Tyler didn't rate him against United, and it didn't rate his overhead kick, and it kind of went downhill from there. Well, yeah, we'll get back onto this. And
that's a good point with Benteke, actually, though. Benteke did suffer big injuries.
So yeah, he did. He suffered big injuries to us. Like he had that massive injury, and then he came back and kept us off. So yeah,
that's what I mean. So like he kind of got robbed of his peak, which is mad to think, because his peak was pretty incredible at Villa.
Facts. Yeah, so we get the goal, and then to make it 2-0. But then Fulham still, they still gaining a bit of momentum in here, and the Munier's goal then. So whose fault is it? We're not going mad on it. We've won, but who's to blame here? Is this keepers or is this Lenglet? Is it Martinez or Lenglet here with the cross coming across?
I think most managers will tell you most goals conceded are a team fault, and there's always something initially that happens that shouldn't happen. I think Cash has to do better initially to stop the cross even coming in. I think that's where it started. If Cash does better there. Now, my interpretation of watching the game, it looked like Martinez has shouted to leave it, because Lenglet literally turns his whole body. It looks like Martinez has shouted to leave it. Lenglet's turned his body. He doesn't know Muniz is even there, and Martinez doesn't come out quick enough. However, I think Lenglet should also have better instincts of a strike in the box and just shield the ball just a bit better, because that's too easy. But then again, I think Martinez, if you call for it, you have to know you're going to come and collect this ball. So I don't know. I think it's blame shared for me. What about you?
I think Langley, because he knows the run's coming. I just think he should be getting across as the defender. But then Martinez coming off his line. That once you come off your line, you should be grabbing it. But I do think it's Langley. I think the defender has priority there to get across. But difference of opinions for sure. But he's just a sloppy one. He weren't needed, was it? When you've done well to get across and just flick it near post, and at that point you're just like, not again, Villa, man, not again. We're too, especially
That was the
United at Old
63rd
Trafford. It's
minute.
just like, yeah. So it was quite. There's still like 27 minutes plus extras. So yeah, it was. It felt like we'd really have to dig deep now and hold out, and that's what we did, man. That's what we did. A few more comments we'll get back, and then we'll get back onto the game. Oh yeah, Ben's okay. Full game on TV. The Forest game, bro.
It's 3 p.m.
Is it 3 p.m? Is it? Aurelia says average 2 goals a game at the moment. Yeah, exactly. So follow the same suit, Aurelia. And thanks for joining, Aurelia, as well. I didn't say that. Thanks for joining. Yeah, if we're averaging that now, I think we can continue with that. Also, have you seen the stat? 23rd, I think it's Emery's first 25 games and Emery's second 25 games in charge of Villa. 15 wins, 4 draws, and 6 defeats for both periods. So 1.96 points per game. It's identical for the first 25 and the second 25 games. How mad's that? So that's just consistency. That just shows massive consistency. I thought that was mad. Any thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, that is quite spooky to be fair. That is very spooky.
But we scored more goals this time round. So we scored way more goals in the second 25. And I think we might have conceded more, but it's like 3 more. But the amount of goals scored is like 10, 15, something. So, yeah, strange. Gary says, that Fulham goal came from nowhere. Yeah, it did a bit, but I felt like they were threatening as well. I did feel like they were threatening to get a goal throughout that second half. I think we kind of got our goal out of nowhere more than Fulham. I don't know if you agree with that, bro.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You mean the first or second or both?
No, so our second goal we got out of nowhere because I felt Fulham were kind of more in the game than Fulham getting it to make it 2-1.
I hear. Yeah, I hear.
Paul says it was VAR's fault for Fulham's goal. Yeah, they should blame everything on VAR. I hear it. Paul said interference. I don't know what that's in regard to. Potentially the goal. Aurelius says Martinez fault, I'm afraid, but Frick, he's made so many points this season. Yeah, and we'll get onto that because he got us 2 today, for sure, in the last minute. And Gary says Harry Wilson always scares me like Harvey Barnes at Newcastle. That's huge shout. Yeah,
I hate
one
Harry
of the left
Wilson.
foot, man. One of the left foot.
Didn't he get a brace at like Villa Park in like our second home game or our first home game back in the Prem or something?
Yeah, he did. Facts. Yeah, Harry, that's a shout. Herrera said it's Villa's plan to exercise my sphincter. Yeah, that's how they like to play football, and that's why we love them for sure. And Herrera said, "Sorry, consistent." Yeah, he is. That's regarding Emery's record. Gary said Emery won 30 games in 50. Yeah, massive, huge, 1.96 points per game, which is insane. And yeah, Paul says Tim came on. So yeah, we'll get onto it. We'll get on to Adama's chance. But before that, was it a penalty? Did Diop, when he got across Watkins, was it a penalty, bro? That's another controversial decision.
I want to hear your opinion. What do you think?
My opinion is it's a penalty because he goes across Watkins with his leg. Now, he goes shoulder to shoulder kind of at first. But then when he puts his leg across, I think that's a different story for me there. And I think it is a penalty because obviously Watkins takes the touch before that, and then Diop puts his leg across. I saw some comments saying or some opinions of it being strength. I hear that first, but then once he puts his leg across Watkins' leg, I think it's a penalty. But I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with what you said, yeah. You can just tell by Watkins' reaction as well. Like, he's just like, how is that not a pen?
Yeah, he looked stonewaller. He did. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Did you think it was a pen? But to me, once the leg comes across, it's a penalty. So yeah, another decision that didn't favour us. And then at the end, it had to be an ex-player who'd get the opportunity, didn't it? It's always the way.
It feels
Emi
like
Martinez, bro.
Traore just lives just to make us shit ourselves just a little bit. Like he'll never come off and he'll never get the goal, but he just makes you panic and it makes you just just take a breather. Did it against Wolves. Did it for Wolves when he ran the whole pitch and he scored at Villa Park. Like this is just what Traore does, isn't it? So
you forget how rapid it is. Oh, I know he's rapid, but you think we're like in that split second because the pass, he's behind Pal, and then next thing you know, he's like 3 yards ahead of him. It was mad. But Emi Martinez, man, world class again, just comes off his line, and that anticipation to get as close as he could to Adama, because Adama should really score there, but Emi Martinez has no right to save that. But it's fantastic save, just spreads himself big.
I think
That's
people
always a
already
world-class
comparing it to
goalkeeper.
comparing it to the Kolo Muani save in the final. The way
Oh,
that
no,
he sticks his
leg out. Yeah.
It's funny as well. If you watch the video, Martinez, the ball goes flying and he turns and he starts celebrating with the ball still in play.
Does
I think
it?
it went.
I can't remember that bit.
If you watch there's some footage that I've seen going about where he starts
Like behind the goal.
So like from Fulham fans' perspective, like who was
yeah,
you can see him like celebrating and he quickly turns back. I will say though, I think it's poor, like the defender. And who does it come in between? Is it Dean and Powell, or it's Dean and Powell? And who lost the ball initially? Because I'm pretty sure it was from us losing the ball.
Yeah, we did. We did. I can't remember who lost it. Yeah. But I just want to. The pass was good from them in between them and Adama. Yeah, rapid.
I'll be honest, but I'll be honest. I thought that was the season there. You know,
it did feel like that.
I did not. I thought he was going to dink it, and I thought that's it. Like it's over because to go 2-0 up and draw a game against Fulham, that would just kill the players' like mentality, man. That would have killed it. I do think like
Martinez, man, huge.
Our players were getting tired, and some of the ball retention, like Tillemans kept losing. I'll be honest, I was shouting at Tillemans. He kept losing the ball. He did it twice, then he did a really good pass, and then he lost it again. I was just like, come on, you're on the pitch to retain the ball. I thought Bailey second half kind of went off it a bit. Like the Diaby sub did make sense. Let's get some fresh legs about. Iro Brunham came on for Yori in the 94th minute, I think it was.
He did a couple of minutes.
I would have taken Tillemans off sooner, to be honest. I would have brought on Tim. Tim brought play. Well, in the middle, I remember when he came on, he did some nice. He won his draws and played some nice passes. And who else was I saying? Moreno. Moreno had to come off. Moreno had to come off because Moreno was tired and he'd got a booking on a tired foul when he pushed him in the back.
Yeah.
Moreno had to come off because he was getting cooked a little bit down that side. But apart from that,
yeah, facts.
But all them subs, I was happy seeing them subs. I thought, because
I agree. I think Tim should have come on a bit earlier. Tillemans looked knackered, man. He looked absolutely knackered. And when his possession gets even looser, you can kind of tell he's getting tired a bit. And he did run about today. He got about the pitch, and that's not really his game. So,
and with Tillemans, I think he knows when the passing's sloppy, but he's so tired.
He's finished, he's just
he's just like, you know what? I don't care. Like he's just tired, bro. I don't think Tillemans can play full 90s, man. Like, I know Tillemans is only 26, but when you look at his career, he's been starting football since he was 16. Like 16, playing professional men's football Champions League games. So he's had a decade. He's had a decade in football playing pretty much non-stop. So his age is kind of deceiving in that sense, and his body in it.
Were you surprised with how late the subs were at all, or Rodgers didn't get the minutes again? Was that surprising for you?
Rodgers not getting minutes
because Diaby only came on the 81st.
Yeah, Bailey had to come off. off.
Oh, he does. Yeah, Bailey can't do 90s. I don't think
he was getting worse as the second half went. Ramsey as well. Maybe his touch became a bit loose. I know he gets us on the pitch, but I was surprised. But Morgan Rodgers back-to-back games, no minutes, considering he couldn't play against Chelsea because he was cup tied. So has he kicked a ball since Sheffield United away?
No, I don't think so. No. Bedding in process.
Yeah, bedding in. Normally you'll see like a 10-minute and then like. Do you know what I think?
Not in Emery, bro. Not in Emery. I don't
Fair
know.
enough.
He just must not feel he's quite ready yet, and he wants him to train more. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
the
hear
thought
it.
process is. But I thought the
Conference,
subs were a bit
conference,
late. To be fair. Huh? What did you
conference
say,
games.
bro?
You'd think you maybe see Rodgers.
Exactly.
Conference games.
Exactly. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, a few more comments. They said saw worst one in Brentford Liverpool today. Total pen. Yeah, the Robertson on Tony. I don't know how that wasn't a pen. Proper buzz. You seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit mad. Gary says, "Does anyone know where Coutinho is?"
Where is Coutinho?
Who knows?
Where
Has
is
he? Has
Coutinho?
he?
Bro,
Has the season finished with that Qatari side
bro.
now?
I've read that they cancelled the loan. I don't know what's going on. Where is Coutinho? Because I know we can't be playing well because I'm not seeing any of his fans like hyping him up. So
We should do that as a segment every week.
bro,
Where's
where is
Coutinho?
Coutinho?
Who knows? Yeah, don't know, Gary. I don't know. If you find him, let us know. Herrera says Traore stopped oiling his arms. Yeah, he didn't even need to oil him. He just went. He was gone. He was. Just forget how rapid Traore is because he hardly plays now, doesn't he? Gary said Traore is just fast and that's it. I've the similar opinion as well. I think he had like a season or so when him and Raheem were linking up and his delivery was much better, but a lot of the time it wasn't up to standard. I know you quite liked Adama at times, didn't you, bro? You're
Yeah.
quite nice. Paul says, guys, can we close the gap in Liverpool, City, and Arsenal? I don't think so. To be honest, I think we just concentrate on top four. I don't know your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, it feels that way. It feels that way. But
Yeah,
I'm never
I
gonna
think.
just rule it. I'll never rule it out in it, but it does feel
Yeah,
that
of
way.
course. Yeah, and that's what I get. I mean, City though, Chelsea, man. Chelsea are no joke against top six sides, aren't they? Yeah, it's
But
mad.
they're a good team. I don't rate Patch that much, but they're a decent. It's gonna fall for them eventually. I'm glad it's hopefully not gonna be this season. I think
I think
they've
it's too
wasted
late
too
for
many
that anyway.
results. Yeah, but it's gonna land. It's gonna land soon. Like they've got so much quality in their squad. It's a joke.
Yeah. Gary says the left side looked good for the first time in ages. I think Moreno and Ramsey have that great relationship. We saw it towards the end of last season. They were starting to really cook and get into great positions. Ramsey coming inside, Moreno attacking on the left side around. And plus, neither of them two together with Pau Torres, I don't think we've seen. I don't know. Or we saw it for against Brentford for a bit. That's it. So once they get to, Pau Torres is probably our best passer in the team. So once they get the understanding better, that he'll be able to find Moreno high at the pitch or play it inside to Ramsey. I saw Ramsey was getting into those little pockets on that side a number of times. He's let him down a couple of times, but he was turning into
Yeah,
so much space.
listen, he had one touch first half that was loud.
Stank.
That touch was loud, bro. Like he made up for it with the pass to Watkins, but one touch I was like, "Shh,
Yeah, I know.
you know
It went about 5 yards. It was mad.
I think he started creasing like halfway through as well. Like even he knew. But
Yeah, Gary said he's got to learn his role. I think Ramsey, he's just getting better and better. I thought again today
I
it
think
was,
that's
it
one
was
about
good. He was
Rodgers.
doing the things that I remembered. Oh,
He's on
Rodgers.
about Rodgers.
Yeah, facts. I agree with that as well. Yeah, facts, Gary. Paul says, guys, we're definitely going in for Dumfries. I don't know if that's the type of play we should be looking at, to be honest. I don't know if that's happening, firstly, but I don't think that's the type of right back we require. Unless we change, if our approach is to play with the third centre back on the left side. So if it was, but then Lenglet's only on loan in it. So yeah, Mings, depending on what level he comes back at, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think Dumfries is that type of right back we require. I don't know your thoughts on that, bro.
Say that again, sorry.
About
Dumfries.
Denzel, yeah.
Well, do you not think the attacking right backs? So you don't think you rather see like a Foyth type profile coming? Do you think?
I think if we of how we've played when we've played well is when Cons has played right back. I feel like at our best, at the highest, like our best performances has usually been the case. So, but then again, what was the idea before Mings got injured? We don't know. We don't know if it was Mings or Pal on the left side, and then Mings and Diego Carlos or Konza, whatever, on or Diego Carlos Konza, not Konza, and then attacking right back. We don't know what the idea is. So I think the three centre backs is something Emery likes, and if that's the case and we play one off the left side, then maybe. But I don't. Dumfries defensively he concerns me, man. Whenever I've watched him play, I think he's a right wing back. But that's
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
To be fair, he's been playing well recently in the Inzaghi formation. Like Inzaghi's one of the best managers in the world. Just separately on him, like the way Inter play is crazy. But yeah, I'd want different players before Dumfries, I think.
Yeah, he says Traore's arms is vulnerable to dislocations in his shoulder. Yeah, they did state that, didn't they? Because people were just grabbing him up. He's too henchman. Ramsey's not 100% yet, but he's getting better. Yeah, he is, for sure. Gary says, think we're due a big win at home. Forest beware. They had a great result today, beat West Ham 2-0. I won you, man. I won you. That. If there's a player we could get who I think's achievable to be part of the squad, I think I won you with some player to have. I'll rate. I won you. I don't know what your thoughts on that are, bro.
Yeah, I rate him. I wouldn't be bringing him. It depends what would happen with Duran, innit?
I hear that. But I like Onye. I think he's quality. I really do. And the only downfall is his injury record's not great. Been great in recent times, but
he's not always available, is
he? Yeah, but he had that goal scoring run last year, last season, and I think he's bagged again today. He's got I think he's a quality player. And Forest a different process. We saw when we played them at City Ground, Onye hadn't played all season, and he came into the side and they looked a different threat. And he played really well against us, and he only lasted 60 minutes, and then he got injured again and didn't play again for a number of games. And Forest weren't great, and he's come back again, and they started picking up big points. And I watched him against Newcastle, thought he was really good in that game. He scored again today, so yeah, there'll be a threat. Forest for sure next week. There'll be a threat, and we know how Nuno sides can play. Having played Wolves a number of times with Nuno being there. Aurelia says, watch the game today with ESPN Spain. Great commentary. Didn't understand a word except for the goal. Yeah. The Spanish commentary just love it, don't they? They love it, man. And all the other commentators seem to love it more than the English ones. For sure. Gary says, Costa has an ACL, apparently, I heard. I don't know about that, bro. Do you have any knowledge on that? Was it an actual ACL or was it just a knee injury?
Costa?
Mm.
I don't think so. He's recovering in Birmingham. Like he's had the test and everything. I don't think so. No.
Oh, has he come to Birmingham?
Yeah, because he's Villa's player, and you'd want to give him the best care.
Yeah, I hear that, but I didn't know he'd come back.
Yeah, he's been chilling in Birmingham past like. He was at the United game.
Was he? No, I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
So, do you know how serious it is?
I don't think it's ACL, but Birmingham Live are saying like 2-3 weeks.
Also today, Aaron Ramsey potentially done his ACL, rumoured to against Arsenal. So I feel so bad for him because the guy's only just got his opportunity to play in the Premier League. I think he's only just starting games again for Burnley because he had an injury at the start of the season, and potentially he's done his ACL against Arsenal today. So really feel for him and hope he recovers soon, Aaron Ramsey, man, because that's an absolute stinker, man. And players associated with Villa ACLs, man. What's going on? It's mad. But yeah, rest up Aaron Ramsey. And I hope you come back stronger soon, because it's not nice at all. Paul says, you think a new tall CB in what we want? I think there's potential for a new CB to come in. I can see Lenglet's going, and then Mings will come back in. But I could see another CB going. I don't know if Carlos and what happens with Carlos.
Carlos might get sold. You know,
I could see that happening. I could. Age depends on who's interested, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new centre back. Paul. Gary says, Cash has from now to the end of the season to save his Villa career. Do you agree? Career, I don't know. I'll go that for position for sure. I think position, definitely. I don't know if Cash is the answer. To be honest, I don't believe Cash is the answer. So position definitely. Squad, potentially. I mean, we signed a right back. Konze likes playing right back. Kane Kessler-Hayder got recalled. Okay, he's not starting or getting into the team as of yet, but he's a youngster. Potentially, yeah, that could happen. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, bro.
I think long-term Cash I think Cash has served his purpose at Villa. I think Emery will look to move him on, and bring in someone that's his player. Personally,
yeah. Gary says Forest have some good players. They do. Morgan Gibbs White's a good player. Owanyi, Morelia, yes.
Hudson-Odoi's finding some form as well now.
Starting to
Man. I
play,
think like three goals now.
I think people forget Hudson-Odoi. He was the serious one back in the day. He played for England at 17, and because he had that injury, I think everyone forgot that he made his debut so early.
He was better than Sancho rated.
Way better. I remember he played. I think he had he was a San Marino or something like, but he was smoking. He was like 17. He was starting for England, and he started the other game.
And the injury came in a pre-season friendly against Arsenal, I think. So it was just like some random minor game, and he just like finished like the potential of his career.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, he's starting to pick up form. It's going to be a tough game next week for sure. I think we can get the win. Don't, man. Everyone says Aaron Ramsey has an ACL. Yeah, really feel for him, and I hope he gets back soon. Man, Mark said this is bad news for Ramsey. Is Gary's saying so? If Hull get promoted, we can buy Philogene back, but we can get Archer when Sheffield United get relegated. I think that's the crux of it. The Philogene one, if another club offers more than the 15 million, then they get priority. I think Villa get priority up to 15 million, and then if other clubs offer more, he could likely go there. And then it's going to be down to Philogene again. Does he want to even come back to Villa? He'll have an option and a say within that. Regarding Archer, I think it is the case if Sheffield United go down, we sign him back. It's part of the contract. So yeah, we'll see how that happens. I think Hull at 8th at the minute. They're doing well in the league, and he's looked quality this year. And whenever I hear other fans of Championship clubs talking about who's been the best players in the Championship, they always say Philogene's been there, but he needed the game time. He wanted the game time. So at the time, Villa couldn't really do much about it. Aurelia says we need a CB with iron knees. Yeah, that's the way it's going. I hear you. Paul says, how's the youngster at Plymouth on loan? So Lena, he played midweek and he played really well. And then today against Leeds, he didn't start, did he?
I don't know. Did he not?
I don't think he didn't start. He didn't start because I was looking at the lineup earlier. I didn't really catch it because I was watching the Liverpool game, but they lost 2-0, didn't they? So I don't know how he did today, if he did come on at all, but I know in midweek he played well. I did see. Gary says Lena Souza, but he's very raw. Yeah, for the left side, he'll come in and be challenging. We'll see how he does in pre-season. See what Loftus-Cheek is doing at AC Milan. Is he doing a madness?
Yeah, he's been balling. He got a brace over there.
Did he?
Yeah, he got a brace in Europa League, I think.
He's always been a player. It's injuries again, just injuries, and he couldn't sustain it. I said that Philogene goal in midweek. Well, yeah, it was absolutely unreal. And the champ had to jump on it, man. With the viewership and how far the goal was going, they had to give it him in the end. They had to get the recognition for sure. That would have played a big part. But yeah, the skill and the turn and the Cruyff, and then Ted Rabona it, and yeah, mad. It was a mad goal. And Mark says, I think it's been good for both players to be away from Villa to get real experience. Facts for sure. It'd be good for their careers as well. I think Gary H taking a piece. I think that's in regard to him calling it Philogene's goal. But yeah, bro, anything else you want to say? Any other news? Just overall thoughts of today and how great of a win it was. Yeah. Anything to close it on?
Ollie Watkins, well, that's my final thoughts on Ollie Watkins today. Well, today, this performance today, boy, it's sticking with me for a while, bro. So yeah, outside of glazing Ollie Watkins, Ramsey, he's gonna come. Time will come for him. Louise is funny because recently I don't even think he's been the best version of himself, and he'll still leave a game with like 4 key passes, create a big chance. Like he does it every game. It's mad. He was better today. He was better. He was sharper today, I thought. But I still don't think it's like that.
One. We got caught a little bit, but
yeah. And then there was that time the time it laid off perfect to him, and he didn't shoot. He was outside the box in the first half. He didn't shoot. It's just little things like that. But I don't think we've seen like the.
That annoyed me because Dougie has the quality to play that pass. That I forgot about that. It was in the first half when we were on transition. It was like a 3v2. And Dougie tried to play the pass right to Tielemans. I think it's Tielemans or Bailey, and he kind of half-assed it, and he was outside the outside, but he was just like, Dougie, you're so much better than that.
You messed it up.
You're so much better than that. Well, yeah, he did have a decent game after that for sure. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Watkins, man of the match because of his goal getting. Other play, Lenglet, I thought was to play right centre back. I think he played really well for sure. Emi Martinez, huge save at the end. Pau Torres, Imperius comes back in. He just becomes a general again, and our whole play, he just seems just another level when he's playing there because he conducts how we play. But yeah, overall great performance.
If we can get through the next 2 Prem games, we need an international break as well, man. We need an international break for our squad.
When is it? Early March? Not early
March, I think it's coming up.
Is it?
If we can get 2 wins in the next 2 league games with Pau and Lenglet, and then hopefully it buys us time for Carlos and Konza to come back, then, bro. Confidence, I think, man. Today was massive.
Today was huge. Especially Spurs losing as well. It's a massive result, that is.
Yeah, and we can go 5 points clear next week.
Exactly. Spurs fans will be looking at it, and Spurs just like, oh, okay. We kind of had an advantage, just switched again. So, yeah, huge. Paul staying in top form, Watkins to keep scoring, Louise was cool. Yeah, agree. Eva said, Chris Heck buying Villa fans points, trying to get back in the good books. I did see that picture.
He was there
he was getting drinks. Yeah. I'm not sure with the Chris Heck thing. I'm not sure yet. I don't think there's enough evidence in terms of legitimacy. So I'm not going to put that on there from a letter that's posted on Twitter from an account. If there's further proof and how he acts, then I hear it. But yeah, I'm not doing that as of yet. I don't know what your thoughts are regarding that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard and it's a speculation, but you see some people that you think that are like in the know, like quote marks, and they say like I've heard things and stuff like that. So I don't want to just fully dismiss it, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I've heard both sides, and I've known someone who worked there previous, and he knows people, and they've kind of said that it's not that, but who knows? Yeah, I've more proof and more validity, if I can say the word.
Jeez.
Yeah, mad. Marcus says, thank you for a great show, and let's go hard for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us, Marco. We always appreciate you. You're a regular, so thanks for joining us. Really said 2 very winnable games coming up, and a 6-point against Spurs and myself. It's that time of the year again. It feels like last year all over again. Squeaky bum time, seriously. Gary says, do we think there will be a transfer merry-go-round at the end of the season? Haaland to Madrid, Tony to Arsenal, and Watkins to remain at Villa. Yeah, hear that. And then Mark says late March, I believe. Okay, so that's regarding the transfer window, the international break. Yeah, my final thoughts. Yeah, as I said, bro, great performance. In terms of we've got the 3 points, I thought we stuck it out towards the end. Kept ourselves in the lead and did what we needed to do in some moments of brilliance from certain players. Got us over the line within that. Thank you all for joining again. It's been quite a long one, so we appreciate the numbers we've had in here. If again you could comment on your thoughts on the stream on the Villa performance as well, and if anything else Villa after the stream if you're not watching live. And also, guys, if you could subscribe if you're new around here, we'd really appreciate it. We're trying to grow. We love the community we have in here. You can see from the discussion we have through the comments. It's great, and it's always a pleasure doing these. Bro, thanks for joining me again after a great victory. It's been a pleasure as always, bro.
Yeah, fully enjoyed it, bro. And yeah, please like the video, share the video, man. We want to get the likes up. We want to try get the likes up. So what we saying for this video? What do we want to hit? How many likes?
Go on, you throw a number, bro. Go on.
35. If we can get 35 likes.
Yeah, we'll go 35.
35, come on. We'll get 35.
Thanks all again. Up the Villa, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Up the Villa.